Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Canadian Football Central. CFL content for the fans, by the fans. Rick, it is Labor Day weekend, one of the best weekends of Canadian football. We only got three games this year, but it's because this year the CFL has decided to trim the fat because there was always 3 Labor Day classics, plus an extra game that's happening just for the shit of it. But this year, it is truly Labor Day weekend, so we got 2 games on Sunday and 1 on the Monday. One game on the Sunday and then 2 on the Monday, right? Yes. 2 on the Monday. My apologies. And there are some heavy hitters of games. This is going to be a good year.
If you were to call these like 3 playoff games,
they really are.
These are freaking playoff games.
Yeah. No, there's. I gotta say, Labor Day for a while has been one of my favorite weekends in Canadian football. Like, as much as I love next week and the party for the Bombers and the Riders continues the following week with the Banjo Bowl, ever since it came in about, I think, 16 years ago, whatever it was. That's something that's just between them and the Riders, whereas Labor Day is something that it's for all 6 teams involved. And so it's going to be a big event. I am very, very excited. There's a lot that is going on, especially with, if you haven't already, please check out our CFL Fans Fight Cancer video.
Yes, sir.
As tomorrow, or I guess today, when this video comes out, Rick will be starting the walk from BMO Field to Hamilton Stadium, 65 kilometers over the course of, I think, 4 days. To raise money for cancer research. So, like that video, there will be a link in the description of this video. If you guys do want to donate, this is going to Cancer Care Manitoba, where all the donations are going. And I believe you'll be able to pick the CFL team that you're donating, like what fan you are, right? Is that right?
So what they want to do is, if you're going to donate, when you go to put your name, put it LD 65. It doesn't matter what team you put it under. If you put LD 65, then we know that money is for Labor Day.
For Labor Day, yep.
Yeah.
Perfect. Just allows them to keep track a lot better. So make sure you do that. Also, make sure you guys check out that video for all sorts of information and whatnot. Make sure you leave a like on this video, comment down below.
I will be doing videos and lives and everything of the weekend.
Perfect.
Too. So that's when we go live, then we go live.
Yeah. And a big thank you to everyone who has not only those who have subscribed to the channel, which I was going to say, but also anyone who has decided to donate means the world. And even if you can't, just spreading the word around means a ton. So, Rick,
yes,
Rick, is it time to get into the games?
Since we're starting with your game first,
yep.
Any sign of the 3 Musketeers? Because 2 of them have already returned. Is there signs of the 3rd one?
Let's hear. Who are the
Carter's
3 Musketeers?
Who are the 3 Musketeers? You have Paul, who's back with Toronto. You have a Joe who's back with Saskatchewan.
Where was a Joe with in the NFL?
Colts.
That's what it was, yeah.
Then you're just waiting for your Ontario Wilson to come back.
We are waiting for our Ontario Wilson, our beautiful Ontario Wilson.
Lord and Savior.
Our Lord and Savior, Ontario Wilson.
Mind you, before we get started.
Mind, yeah.
Are you ready for the news?
Let's hear the news, Rick.
The injury news, that is. So, we're going to start with your beloved Bombers first, since they're the road team.
Since they're the team on the road, yep.
Nick Dembski is limited, which that kind of was a given. Dalton Schoen is full.
You're goddamn right he's full. You're goddamn right he's full.
Jared Stearns is on the 1 game, so he's not playing.
Yeah, no, that's not surprising.
Micah Vanderpool is full, ankle.
That's actually, it's funny. I think if there's a sleeper pick for guys coming off injury that actually make a bigger impact than people realize, Vanterpool is that guy. I think Vanterpool is such a ridiculous improvement over Gabe Wallace. People do not realize Vanterpool is that guy. So I think that will severely help the offensive line in a week where they will need it.
Jamal Parker is DB, leg, did not practice.
Yeah.
Nick Hallett. DB, head, eye, limited. Carter, I have some bad news for you with this next one.
Yeah.
Mr. Cramdy did not practice today.
That is sad. That actually does hurt, yeah.
Ignak Makanzo, elbow, full. He's a linebacker. He's the one that played for us for like a practice or two.
Yes.
And then ended up on the 6th game. He's back for you guys. And Jonathan Jones, linebacker, non-football related.
Oh. Jonathan Jones.
So we're going to go over to the Melon people, as they're
Melon heads. Banjo picking inbreds.
Super Mario, wide receiver, hip, full. Sean Bain Jr., wide receiver, knee, full.
Boo.
Jack Cohen, quarterback, hand, full. Yoshi, offensive line, personal, did not practice.
Damn, I hope he's okay. We love Yoshi here in Winnipeg.
Daniel Johnson, offensive
we still
line,
love Yoshi.
shoulder, limited.
Yep.
Our personal favorite, Brett Lothar. Okay,
yeah.
Personal, or as
Carter I feel like Brett Lothar is the person. I feel like Brett Lothar is the personal. Like, I feel like everyone who doesn't play for Saskatchewan, their favorite rider is Brett Lothar.
Who was it? Hold on, I gotta pull this up because you're gonna laugh at this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who Britton Gray?
Oh, we lost Rick. We lost Rick. Hold on a second. Let's get him back. Rick, are you there?
I am here.
You said, do you know who? And then you cut out right as you said that.
Do you know who Britton Gray is?
No, I do not.
Okay, so Britton Gray is a reporter for the Riders.
Okay.
And it's funny because he was talking about like how like Brett Lothar was at practice today, and then he just like stormed off without his equipment.
Oh.
So apparently, Campbell Fair was taking kicks with James Evans as the holder. Nelson Lacombo, who is next on the list, ankle, did not practice. McCray, wide receiver, head, did not practice. Marcus Sales, hip, did not practice. And Nick Weedy is full.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder if, because obviously a Joe would know the playbook. I wonder if they put him right in this weekend.
That would be a bold take right away. I mean, I guess he would probably be familiar-ish with the playbook, but usually they want to get guys back in the system for a little bit before they go to it. If they do, though, then we'll see. Labor Day is an important week, so
it is.
I would not put it past them, even though I might be a little bit surprised.
So, do we get to see our famous Brady Oliveira this week?
Depends. Do we get to have him run the ball like last week? Do we give him a couple passes and let him whoop some ass? Because that's the guy he is. I'm sorry, but Temu Brady Oliveira that Saskatchewan has ain't the same guy, even if he's running more yards than him so far. It's funny. I know that's not going to make some people happy. I understand I sound biased as fuck when I'm saying this, and I will be the first to admit I am biased as all hell in this game. This is the game where I'm all biased. I'm sorry. But, no, in all honesty, the Riders are a serious team. Like, they They're a team that there's a reason that they are number one right now in the West, and there's a reason why the Bombers have not been the number one team in the West for a bit. And so if the Bombers want to go in and they want to go into enemy territory and get it all done, I do say enemy territory, even though then there's going to be a ton of Bomber fans there, myself included. I'm driving to Saskatchewan. I'm going to this game. As I have the past 2 years, I honestly love going to Labor Day. It's so much fun.
To my game.
Yeah, you're walking to this game. To be fair, if you were to drive to from Toronto to Hamilton, it is not 6 hours.
No,
but
it's only. No,
but I know what you mean.
45.
Yes, this is true. And so if the Bombers are going to get it done, Brady Oliveira needs to be a fucking problem. Willie Jefferson needs to be a problem. Vanterpool coming back, that offensive line has got to be in their form that they were near the start of the season. And I think Vanterpool helps this team a lot more than maybe some people do realize. And so I'm hopeful for that reason. It looks like Dembski is a maybe about playing. We'll have to see how that goes. Schoen coming back is huge. Now, here's the thing. Schoen's coming back. This year, he hasn't looked like the same Schoen. Not because he's not capable, but because we haven't been really giving him those deep ball, corner ball opportunities. Stearns has gotten a couple of those, and he did well, but he's out now. Dembski's gotten them, but he's questionable. I'm not sure if we'll see him. Schoen is that guy. There was a time where on the Bombers, Dalton Schoen and Kenny Lawler were on an equal playing field that looked equal in skill and in their production. I need to see some Kenny Lawler shit come from Dalton Schoen. I need to see that. Special teams, Trey Vavel. If there ever was a game you're going to get 2 return touchdowns again, this is the game. This is the game. Sergio Castillo, you have a huge advantage in the kicking department. If you're the Bombers, you want to constantly, even if you're not necessarily able to get those touchdowns every play, every time you got the ball, every time you're in offense, if you can get 60 yards or in, you know he's probably hitting it. Whereas with the Riders, no offense, if Brett Lothar is playing, you probably have to make sure that maybe you're like 25 at most. But
no,
you got to get nice and go.
Just have him kick over 40s. That's all he can kick.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know what it is. He'll hit some of the far ones.
Wind.
That's got to be a mental thing at that point, missing those short ones. Like everyone being like, "All right, Lothar, easy kick," and then it's like he gets the nerves. I don't know, but
I'm actually quite curious to see.
God, the Saskatchewan team is so good, but I have an undenying belief in my Bombers.
I mean, Sask only scored 15 points last week.
Yeah, that's true. And as much as obviously the Bombers lost both of their games to Calgary as well, and they hadn't exactly played that well, they actually looked okay in that last game against Saskatchewan. In their most recent one, as much as there were problems with it, in my opinion, it was a massive improvement over the first 2 games against Saskatchewan. So if Winnipeg plays like that against Calgary, again, if they play that way against Saskatchewan, but instead of playing half the game, play the full 60 minutes, we could see the Bombers winning this game. And although, unfortunately, there are people who can't see the Bombers winning those games. You know who those people are? The old Dutch Pick'ems. I swear to God, if the Bombers win this game, the social media post they're going to have is going to be roasting the fuck out of all of them.
I mean,
Jamie Nye, Pat Steinberg, all of them are picking Saskatchewan, except for one from the French predictions. Jean-Philippe Bolduc is taking Winnipeg. Everyone else is taking Saskatchewan in this game. And so if I'm the Bombers, it's time to make Jean-Philippe a proud blue Bomber. He must be rewarded for believing.
This is the hard part because Sunday, when we do the walk, we're gonna be going to a bar to watch the Riders Sask game.
The Riders Bombers game.
Yeah. And we're all gonna be wearing jerseys. So it's like, do I go SAS colors?
No. No, you
Or do I
don't.
go bomber colors?
Rick, this isn't a debate. This is not a debate.
Carter's like, I'm not going to talk to you.
You
again.
wear green, you take that shit off. Also, for one thing I do want to bring up in regards to this game, because it's relevant to this game, is the Bombers have done the yearly tradition that is spending advertising money in the opponent's city. All over Regina, there are Winnipeg Blue Bomber billboards that say, "Good friends don't let friends wear green," courtesy the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Which, firstly, that's fucking hilarious. I love that. That's brilliant. To which some people online have responded, "Wow, the CFL isn't that profitable of a league, and you're wasting money doing promotions in like cities where they're not even going to like you." Which, to my response, is the Winnipeg Blue Bombers are the most profitable team in the entire CFL. I don't think they should be taking financial advice from anyone, firstly. And secondly, I love that shit. I'm not going to lie. I think Saskatchewan should do that in Winnipeg. I think Toronto should do that in Hamilton. I think Hamilton, building rivalries, gets butts in seats.
You just made the funniest joke I've ever seen in my life.
What's the funniest joke?
That Toronto having that in Hamilton when they don't even care about their own attendance and their fans.
Well, obviously they do care about their own attendance because they're hosting a game in Winnipeg to improve it. So obviously there's some care about attendance. So, but no. But anyways, I think that type of stuff should be encouraged. I love that. I love that. That's fun. This is supposed to be a league where people have fun. So keep it that way.
Not on fucking Labor Day.
Yes. What do you mean not on Labor Day? This is when we're doing it. We're doing it for Labor Day.
No, you can't. No, I'm saying you can't have fun on Labor Day.
Sure you can. Just win the fucking game and then you're having a lot of fun.
True.
Anyways, though, Rick. Predictions.
Why does this have to be so goddamn hard?
This was tricky for me because for me, I'm a big Bomber fan. I love the Bombers, but I cannot deny that the Saskatchewan Roughriders are having a good season. But the problem is that yeah.
See, my heart was with Winnipeg until I found out Joe was coming back. Now,
again, but we don't even know that he's playing.
Has he even playing?
I was about to say, has he even practiced yet?
I just
the game's in like 3 days. Or like 4 days, whatever it is.
I just know that they signed him today. So I don't know if he's going to be playing.
Now, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm just saying, if you think of the logistics of it, Rick, they have to get him to Saskatchewan. They need to get him a place to live. He's gotta, like, even though, again, he's used the playbook before, there is a sense of having to relearn a playbook. Not in the sense of relearning it, but adjusting back to it. It's not like everything comes immediate. It will be quicker than him learning it for the first time, no question. But then there's also, do the Riders feel they can just throw him back into the weeds with a lot of confidence? Because here's the thing. If you remember Nathan Rourke coming back from the NFL, the Lions threw him right in. And he fucking sucked. He was terrible. Yeah. He was dog water. And so it's like, I don't know if Saskatchewan wants to take the same risk. And maybe they do. Let's say they do. Do we just see another Nathan Rourke kind of needs a bit of time before he gets back to it? Because Nathan Rourke looks good now. But there was a lot of ugly in that year before he got back to performance. So again, I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm just saying there is reason to question.
Apparently, I was just reading that. Let's see. Starting to see him. So apparently, Keon Schaefer-Baker is close to returning as well. Which is just.
But I'm assuming not this week. That would be just assuming probably maybe Banjo Bowl,
Banjo Bowl the week after.
Maybe Banjo Bowl, maybe week after. Okay.
Why does this have to be? And then for me to pick Winnipeg, it all depends on what version of Zach Claros we freaking get.
Hot take. I don't think Zach Claros has been that bad this year. Even if you look at the games where picks are thrown, look at what picks have been thrown. And try to tell me how many of those are actually Claros' fault, or ones where the receivers is just losing the battle for the ball. Because that's where I've
their last
had an
6
issue.
games, they're 4-2.
They're 4-2 in what?
In their last 6 games.
Like just wins loss? Is that what you're saying? Or?
Yeah. Because they beat Montreal, they beat Ottawa, lost to Calgary by 1, beat Toronto,
and lost to
Toronto.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I will say, I think out of all the games you just mentioned, I think their game last weekend versus Montreal was their best game.
If Schoen can come back, and if Dembski can back...
Now, I'd say Dembski is a bigger question mark than Schoen. To be fair, I feel like Schoen coming back is mostly a foregone conclusion.
But they still have 2 more practices. And
I know, but But usually here's my thing, Rick. Usually a guy is going to be most injured in his first practice.
Yeah.
In the sense of he'll be most limited. Because people heal over time. So I'm saying is if he's 100% for the first day, he's more than likely going to be more ready for a game than someone who was only 100% on the last day.
No, but what I'm saying is I've seen people where they're limited day 1 and then day 2 and day 3 they're full.
Yep. But I'm saying if a guy is full game 1, because you said he's full, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm not worried about Schoen. I'm saying if Dempsey can play...
I'll put it this way. The last time Dembski was limited was when, Rick? This year. Do you remember or no?
No.
He had hurt his ankle, okay? I can't remember exactly what game it was. And so Dembski was a game time decision, okay? Actually, I'm going to find what week this is so I can tell you exactly. It was...
While you're looking that up, I'm looking up something else. So. Ooh, that's going to hurt. That is going to hurt.
What's hurting who?
So, if Sales and Lacombo do not play, that's 2 out of your 5 secondary that's not playing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to see which week it was for the Bombers. That it was. I know for sure. I think I know which week it was. So I'm pretty sure it was week 4, where Dembski was a game time decision, and it was, and I know it was a home game, and everyone was worried if they're playing him, is he really 100%? Nick Dembski then in that game puts up 97 yards on 5 receptions with 2 key touchdowns. And again, including one that was a 60-yard pass that he had received and got downfield. And so it was a pretty good. It's funny, he didn't even crack 100 yards, but it was one of those things where it wasn't necessarily how many yards it was getting. It was the catches specifically he was making, where he was just beating guys in head-to-head. And so, Rick, we are 25 minutes into this video, and we are still on the first game. So my question is, Rick, Saskatchewan, Winnipeg, Labor Day Classic, the 60th annual, who are you taking? Would you like to hear my prediction
I'm going to take fucking Winnipeg.
You're taking Winnipeg?
You talked me into it.
I talked you into it? Okay. Well,
yes.
Rick, here's my thing. The Saskatchewan Roughriders look very good. They look unstoppable. However, they have been stopped by Calgary. They have. They look very good. People may not realize that even despite the alarm bells going off in Winnipeg and the Saskatchewan looks unstoppable, Winnipeg is only two wins behind Saskatchewan. It is not that big of a lead. And as good as Saskatchewan is, I'm going to be in Ridertown, baby, and the Bombers are going to get it done. Winnipeg.
You know what's even more messed? If you take the whole league,
yep,
and just throw them in a whole one division.
Okay.
Bottom team to the top team, it's only a win separating you from the top to the bottom.
Whoa. Hold on a second. One win?
Because you have Ottawa and Toronto at 6, Edmonton at 8, Montreal and BC at 10, Hamilton and Winnipeg at 12, Calgary at 14, Saskatchewan
okay, you mean between each... well...
So, if you have, say, all...
No, but that would be 10 points separating... It's only a win from one team to the next, but you said from bottom to top.
What I'm saying is, you could go, say, from Edmonton, who has 8, and if, say, they won 2 games, they could leapfrog,
to second
3 or 4 teams. And
that's true. Yeah, you're saying there's not a defined drop-off point.
No.
It's very gradual.
Especially for the West anyways, because there's only 2 points separating each team.
That's true. Shall we get into the next one, Rick?
We shall.
Which is the, I'd say the debate is between the Hamilton-Toronto game and the Winnipeg-Saskatchewan game on which is the more important Labor Day. Obviously, this one will be the more important one to you, while the Winnipeg-Saskatchewan one is more important to me. But Monday, September 1st at 1:30 Central Time, 2:30 Eastern, the Toronto Argonauts are on the road are in enemy territory in Hamilton Stadium for their Labor Day Classic. So, Rick, are you going to get to the Argos injury report?
Yes, sir. So we have Devarius Daniels injured, or obviously he's injured. Hip did not practice. Sage Dockstader, offensive line head, did not practice. Cedric Hansen, defensive line elbow, full. Carter, do you know who's back this week?
Who's back?
Mr. Ryan Hunter. He's full practice.
Ooh, fresh after getting hit by a motorized vehicle. Yes.
Chad Kelly, leg limited. Apparently he was throwing some first-team reps, so who knows if he's playing this week or not.
Ooh. Oh, God. Imagine if Chad Kelly return in Hamilton. Sounds insane.
You have Dante Makmahan, running back, ankle, did not practice. Derek Slywicka did not practice, ankle. Anthony Vidal, offensive line, did not practice. And Mayan Williams, running back, head, full. So, here's the thing. I don't know if you've noticed, and we spoke a little bit about this before we went live, or when you hit record.
Yeah.
Is a lot of these players that are do not practice or limited, when I go over even with the TICAT list, you'll see a lot of them on there, but this is pretty much like the 6 game point.
Yeah.
So Chad Kelly may be listed as limited, but he may not be practicing because you have Nick Arbuckle. You have I'm just trying to think of. I have to think of who they have for their quarterbacks right now. Horn. And you have Jared Doge. So you have those 3. Plus you just signed runner-up Heisman winner Max Dunnigan just this week.
Yep.
So, I mean, you have 4 quarterbacks dressed. I honestly don't think that they're going to bring Chad Kelly back. Because if Chad Kelly comes back, what do you
First
do
of
with
all,
Nick
you get all the publicity baggage that comes with him. Again, no matter what you think of Chad Kelly, innocent, guilty, whatever it is. Again, even if there's no, even if he never did anything wrong, whatever it is, which whatever, up to your opinion. I don't care. The in the sense of what you think, like I don't care about people's opinions.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't care about this situation, obviously. But anyways, what I'm saying, my point is, think what you want to think. The public perception of Chad Kelly is there. There is no changing that. There is baggage that comes with having him on the team. So the question is his performance on the field, if it improves the team, worth the baggage? That has been the question. That has always been the question. Then the other thing is, you won the Grey Cup with Nick Arbuckle. It is a crazy fact that me as a Bomber fan, I have to cope with, but it is a fact that is true. Nick Arbuckle was 26 for 33, threw 430 yards last game, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, with his longest being a 70-yard pass. This is a guy who has been Grey Cup MVP, and you can never take that away from him. If you're Toronto, again, if I'm looking at the Argonauts and I'm looking at what problems they may have, I mean, sure, you might get a little boost at quarterback, but I don't see that as the big issue. Does Chad Kelly coming back fix the defensive problems that they're having? I don't think it does. Chad Kelly plays quarterback. He doesn't play defense. And so, yeah, we'll see.
I mean, that is true. But the other thing is okay, so here's my thing with this game on Saturday. Everyone's all on the high horse of not Chad Kelly, Nick Arbuckle, and because they put up 52 games last week.
52 points.
Do people not remember us putting 51 points on them on week 4?
Apparently not.
Like, everyone just needs to take a step back and
I feel like every time we record a video, we're always talking about something, and it always ends up with Rick being like, yeah, but what about the Ticats, man? What about them Ticats?
I mean,
and fair enough.
Again, like, our offensive line was trash.
Rick's like, they did really well, but listen, but what about those goddamn Ticats, man?
I mean, yeah, we lost in overtime to BC, but Toronto's still 3-8.
This is true.
Toronto is still tied for 3rd.
Toronto is still tied for 3rd in a division that would only hypothetically have 2 teams make the playoffs.
Yes. But now let's get over to the Hamilton side, shall we?
Yes, we shall.
So Johnny Augustine is back this week. He has a hip injury. He's full. Isaiah Bagna, he's still on the 6th game, but he's listed on the injury report, so did not practice with his ankle. Quinton Barrow, offensive line, ankle full. Lou Burrow-Baker, defensive line, shoulder, did not practice. Patrick Burke Jr., shoulder, limited. Nate Dublin-Duguay, offensive line, did not practice. Harrison Ford, 4th-string quarterback, load management.
Wait, what? Wait, hold on a second. What's his name?
Nate Dublin-Duguay.
No. You said the next one.
Oh, Harrison Frost.
You said Harrison Ford.
Oh.
Like Han Solo.
Oh.
I was like, wait a minute. Han Solo's on the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Holy shit, guys.
I mean, you could just call them whatever you want to call them these days. Hey,
God.
Hey, you over there. Tyshawn Garbett, he was on the 6th game, so he's listed, so he did not practice. This next one has me as a head scratcher because Stavros Katratonis, he's listed as a calf injury, did not practice. I didn't see him at practice today. So I don't know what their plans are, if he's if he went for treatment, what his plans are.
Was there someone else in at free safety, or?
So they were splitting. I'm just trying to think of what the guy's name is. It's Mac Ballantyne and Amos at safety.
Okay.
So we'll have to see on Sunday when the depth charts come out. Antoine Milinovic, Litre, fullback, hamstring, did not practice, so he won't be playing because I didn't see him in equipment. Jordan Murray, offensive line, knee full. Robert Panabaker, still battling the hamstring injury on the sideline, so he won't be playing this week. Jamal Peters is back with his neck injury, so he was full today. Tyler Ternowski, his shoulder injury, he's back. Gordon White, our friend of the channel, he's back with his shoulder injury.
The jersey!
Ray Wilburn, linebacker, load management full. And then Isaiah Wooden, senior, and Lawrence Wood III are both not practicing after day one. So, if our offensive line can fucking get their shit together, we will be able to play better than what we did last week.
Rick, that's a bad word.
The question is to the Argos, can you stop Bo Levi Mitchell? It's not a fact of can you stop Kenny Lawler. Kenny Lawler's not the one that you have to stop. It's Bo Levi Mitchell.
Because if you stop Kenny Lawler, Bo Levi Mitchell will start throwing to someone else.
Exactly. So even if you double team Kenny Lawler or put someone on him,
you're solving one problem, but you know what it is? It's the problem of the sinking boat and sticking your finger in the hole when you got about 16 others. And you have to just keep... it doesn't work. And then, stopping Bo Levi Mitchell is getting a new boat. That's what it is. So can the boatmen of the Toronto Argonauts figure out the boat problem?
Before you sink and swim?
Oh, we going to take the boat puns even further, Rick?
So Derek Slywitka is not playing this week. He was put on the one game injured reserved. So I don't know who's going to be playing safety this week. I'm just trying to think who else. Jordan Williams, defensive line, they released him this week.
Yeah.
Oh, Carter, you know what I forgot to mention during the first game?
What did you forget to mention?
Cam Eccles got signed.
By Winnipeg.
And Kyron Moore got signed by Winnipeg.
This is true. Yes.
And Gavin Cobb got added off the practice list.
Yes.
I completely forgot about that. I was going through all the transactions.
Well, good news for you is you already took Winnipeg, so it probably won't change the prediction in any negative way.
True. Now, according to the Pick'em Pickers, all of them but, again, one French person has decided to go Hamilton.
All but a lone Frenchman.
Decided. And that's Marc Legault has decided to go with Toronto.
Marc Legault. And he's going with the Argos. And everyone else is taking Hamilton. I'm taking Hamilton in this game. I'm assuming you are too.
Fucking right I am.
Which Rick? Brings us to our third and final. I love how we take 25 minutes for the first one and we take about 14 for the next one. And we'll see. We got one more left. As the Labor Day Classic / Battle of Alberta happens between the visiting Edmonton Elks and the home Calgary Stampeders. Stampeders with a recent attendance in one of their games are around 28,000. Do we know if they've sold out this game yet? Because I'm assuming if they've got 28,000 last game, but this week they're playing Calgary or playing Edmonton, I imagine the game is even better.
Um.
Let me
So
see here.
as of August 27th, which was 2 days ago, they they had, I think, standing room. I don't know where Section M is. I'll have to
Yeah,
look on the
Hamilton and
depth chart.
Saskatchewan have both sold out. Calgary apparently should be doing
Oh, so
well.
apparently, as of 9 hours ago, they have sold out sections
But I mean, what if
of their stadium,
like?
but
But
not a sold out crowd yet.
do we know the overall?
Let me check. The heck is his
I'm
name?
gonna go with Ticketmaster, and I'm just gonna look at the map there.
No, I know. It's just usually Matt Young. Okay, so Hamilton is sold out. Let's see. So, that's the 23rd. No, you moron. You should have posted something earlier, not. I guess you'll post something closer to game time if it's sold out. Because right now, Matt Young has only posted that that
Firstly, I want to start with the
last week's
ticket
game was sold
pricing
out.
is very reasonable at around 36, $37. So it looks like the majority of the seats have been sold, with a lot
Okay.
of sections being fully sold out. Kind of a lot of stuff, just little things. Let me see if this will show up here. I'm not sure if it will. Just kind of
Oh
some spotted
yeah.
between. But if we're
Yeah,
looking down here at some of these sections and whatnot, as you get
yeah,
to the
they're all
end,
sold out.
they're all sold out, which I'm assuming is because they're probably a little bit cheaper. So some of the cheap seats have sold out. And then on the sides, there are still portions here and there. But again, I think their max capacity, as reported by CFL attendances on Twitter, the max capacity there is around 35,000. I can imagine they have sold a minimum of 30,000 so far. I think our average this week is going to be pretty good. I think the only thing that may, ironically, the only thing that actually may pull the attendance down this week is Hamilton, but not because of it not being a sellout, just because their stadium only holds 23,000. That
24,102.
okay, well this says something different, but 24,102 still. Although I will say, Hamilton, if you do so well with games, you should add some seats in there. Make it bigger, Rick.
Listen, you obviously was not there for the Grey Cup. We had temporary seatings. Thank you very much.
Make it permanent, man. Make it permanent.
Listen, if I could, I would.
You would. Fair enough. Do you know
Um,
what the attendance increased to when they added those temporary seating?
let
I'm
me see
curious.
here. I think it was 2023 CFL Grey Cup. So the 28 Grey Cup, or 28, 110 Grey Cup in 2023, we're at 28,808.
Okay, so you added about an extra, like 3,000-4,000.
And then during COVID in 2021, we were at 26,324.
Add the seats in, Rick. Add the seats.
Listen, I wish it was that easy, my friend.
Rick's like, bro, it's not my. He's like, that's out of my control.
Yeah.
I know. I'm giving you
So a
shit.
couple of things for the Elks, or Eskimos, however you want to word it.
Team's called the Elks.
Robbie Smith and Stephen Dunbar. Robbie Smith on the defensive line, Stephen Dunbar, one of their top receivers, have both been placed on the 6th game. Jake Julian, who was down in the NFL as a punter, is now back. after Cody Grace 2 weeks ago went on the 6th game.
Yeah.
So now instead of Blanchard doing the punting and kicking, he only has to do the kicking because.
So have we gone through the full injury report?
I haven't even started, my friend.
Okay, because I was about to say, I don't think we have done it yet.
And if you remember last year, the big thing that ended the Elks season was the kick out of the end zone by Julian Grant, or Jake Julian, for the win over Toronto. I don't even remember that because someone showed the video on X today.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, the last injury for Edmonton is Nick Anderson, and it's abdominal injury, and he's limited. On the Calgary side, we have Edno Benjamin, running back, load management, full. Adam Bighill, linebacker, knee, full. Demary, offensive line, hamstring, did not practice. Adrian Green, linebacker, did not practice or was limited. Antoine Hay, defensive back, shoulder limited. Malik Henry, do you ever remember Malik Henry?
It's been a while.
He is knee limited. I think it's been like 2 weeks or something like that, or 2 years since we've actually seen him play.
Yeah, it's been a bit.
Justin Herdman Reed, linebacker, hamstring, did not practice. Thomas Jack Kurdla, offensive line, full. Tevin Jones, wide receiver, illness, full. Ben Labrosi, hamstring, did not practice. William Langlis, fullback, illness, did not practice. Josh Love, quarterback, full. Dominic Rhymes, wide receiver, quad, limited. And Tyler Richardson, DB, groin, limited.
So
this is going to be the interesting thing because you have Adams going up against Fajardo. You have Rankin going up against Mills.
And the Elks have done, and they're on a 3-game winning streak. Like the Elks have, they still need to make some jumps if they want to get into the playoffs here. But they have, there have been improvements have been made in Edmonton for this team. So
I'm just trying to think. With Dunbar gone, who the heck do they have? So they have Cahoon, Gittins Jr., Julian Grant, Middlemost, Smith, and Victor.
Yeah.
As their wide receivers. So, looking at our good friends, the Pickems,
yeah,
it's a clean sweep.
Everyone's sick in Calgary.
I honestly don't blame them.
I understand. I get it. Especially with the Stampeders getting that victory against Saskatchewan. It shows that they still got a lot of momentum. So.
But the question is, I know who I got. Who do you have?
I have Calgary as well.
Okay. So I want to make sure we're both on the same page.
Okay. You're baiting me into taking Edmonton.
I mean,
I like to gamble a little bit, but I'm not stupid. But then again, if the Edmonton Elks make me eat my words, I will laugh a little bit, as that would actually really help Winnipeg. So, you know.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, I was thinking on picking Edmonton.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that I didn't think about it at least a little bit. I did. I just kind of quashed that thought pretty quick. Yeah.
But when I see Dunbar go down, it's like, nope, I can't.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Calgary has played more consistently well, where I think the Elks have played well in spurts. You know what I mean? I've seen more from the Stampeders this year. The Stampeders this year have kind of they've shown they're the real deal. Like if I'm looking here, even at like Edmonton's last 3 wins they got one against Ottawa. And then they had beat Toronto, and they had beat Montreal. So I mean this in no offense, but they beat Montreal, who is being extremely hot cold. Like they have like the Alouettes have 10 points, but they still have a losing record, and they're beating a team that is injured halfway to hell. And then beating Ottawa and Toronto, despite the fact that Ottawa and Toronto have at times put up decent performances. They are both last in the league. They are the bottom of the CFL right now. So I haven't seen enough to see like if you think about it, if we're excluding the Edmonton Elks, because we're saying this from an Edmonton Elks perspective, the bottom teams that you could play against as an Edmonton Elk are Toronto and Ottawa. And then after that, it would be BC and Montreal, tied with 10 points, 5-6 record. Out of those 4, your 3 in a row is against 3 of them. Going from that to going against Calgary, from again the team with the best record that they beat as part of that 3-game winning streak was a losing record, 5-6. Saying that you could do that and then saying, oh yeah, the team that's 7-3. We can go into their barn, enemy territory, and beat them. I have questions. Not impossible. They certainly can. I still think the Edmonton Elks have made improvements. And the Edmonton Elks are still in this. They're looking to overtake the Lions and get into a potential crossover. If you're the Edmonton Elks, that's your goal. But
could you just imagine? Edmonton Elks were the last team in the league for, I'd say, a good portion of the first half. Come from behind, eliminate BC from the playoffs. Then everyone's thinking Nathan Rourke's the next greatest thing, and he misses the playoffs. And Edmonton gets the crossover.
that'd be a fun one.
Also, it's funny because me and Carter were talking before he hit record, and he's like, Rick. I'm like, what? He's like, we have 3 games to talk about. I'm like, it's only Labor Day week. He's like, no, it's 3 games. And here we are sitting at 54 minutes.
Yeah, Rick was like, oh yeah, gonna be a short video. We only got 3 games this week. And I'm like, yeah, but it's the Labor Day one. We get like seriously.
Like, so?
We went 25 minutes in the first game, Rick. It's Labor Day. This is like playoff level importance here, Rick. Listen, hey, come on, you're a Ticat fan. What happens to Labor Day is the start of our season? I've heard you say that like at least a few years in a row.
It is the start of our season. But if it was a playoff game, I can bet you Cachetonis would be saying, suck it up, Buttercup, with that calf injury and fucking get your ass out there.
Well, then we'll see if he dresses. Is there anything else we got here, Rick?
No.
So, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys leave a like on the video if you haven't already. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. Helps out the channel a ton. Comment down below your guys' predictions for Labor Day, all 3 of these games. Maybe where we were right, where we were wrong, and why you don't also like the Saskatchewan Roughriders. I would love to hear those comments in the comment section down below. If you guys are listening to this on Spotify, make sure you guys give us 5 stars. We very much appreciate it. And without further ado, peace, love, and positivity, all you wonderful people at home. Go Bombers! We'll see you next time.